Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Syazani bin Syamizey. So today I will be performing my internship presentation. I was undergoes my internship in company Ultra Clean Technology. Malaysia is in the Malaysia branch is actually located in Batu Kawan actually. So is a new company established from 2021. It already has one in Singapore, Hayward, California, Austin, uh, India, and also US. So they are opening in Malaysia in last 2 years. So actually, it's a new company in Malaysia also. So I was undergoes the internship from 31st July 2023 until 6/10/2023. Okay. Next, so I will give some a little brief introduction. So actually, what I do is in this company is actually I'm a MES system engineer. Is to be exact, is system analyst actually. So specifically, I'm giving a task such to handling API, application programming interface, to connect every my system in external services. So actually, what I'm doing. So, and my second priority task is actually I'm working on the custom widget to emphasizing any of user from operator shop floor. They asked me for some function that didn't include in the MBS system, and then I need to create some widget that will satisfy them, that will give them what they can do with the widget. So such as maybe they want to use it username login, maybe they want a calendar, maybe they want some table to display or something like that. So this is my scope of works, MAS application utilizing. So we are using Tulip. Tulip is actually a no-code platform, so we doesn't need to have some sort of coding, something like that in the Tulip, except for custom widget. So for the custom widget, I can decorate my own custom widget using JavaScript actually. So uh, okay, creating custom JavaScript widget to meet user-specific requirement and also handling an API connector. I'm a system analyst. Okay, this is some company overview at Ultra Clean Holdings. So it actually falls under a semiconductor industry. So it provided critical subsystem components, part and ultra high priority cleanings and analytical service. So for such example, our big customer Lam Research are requesting us to make a machine for them. So they will give a specification or what the machine can do and everything. So we will perform and make that machine also. So aside than that, we when the company as we make with some electronic something like that, we assemblize advanced flow control solution, so we can design prototype and everything. So that is what our company do actually. Okay, this is my department organizational chart. So this is our CEO located in Hayward, California, James Koholmer. So under James Koholmer, this is my department. So Vijay Chinnasamy is actually a chief operating officer. He is the one who in charge responsibility with the UCT opening in Malaysia. So he actually requesting six time he proposed the the proposal to open ultra clean technology in Batu Kawat. It accepted in six times of requesting. So James Kohalma approved the opening in Malaysia, and then it successfully opened the UCT branch in Malaysia. So Rahul Nik is my vice president. So is my boss actually for MES system, MES and SAP system. So under Rahul Net, here's come my supervisor, Chun Xiang Li. Chun Xiang Li is my supervisor. So we is under Department Engineering Excellency Region HQ. So we are working in a global department. We are working in a global MES system. So I'm not actually working with UCT Malaysia. Actually, I'm working for creating a MES system for entire UCT globally. Okay, so next this is my weekly summary from week 1 and week 10. So week one actually is some culture things like introduction, orientation, and Tulip University training. And week two is exploring interactive widget and API integration, still in learning process. And then week three, so I was navigating challenge and creative solutions. So I came for researching about the limitations about the Tulip programs, and then I will come up with the solution how to tackle the problems of getting from a user experience, what the potential breakdown, what the system security, and what the problems that the user encounter during the using the MES systems. So then week four is I'm exploring a widget creations and advanced API integration. So this is my critical task. So I'm learning how to create a widget by using my knowledge in University Technical Malaysia Melaka, using a JavaScript language and API connector in information security subject. So week five, so I'm start creating for the night other widget already until week six, week seven, week eight, and week nine. Okay. So this is what we create the application or system using a Tulip. So Tulip is a cloud-based and no-code application platform for creating, managing, and deploying connected digital solution that will drive adaptability and resiliency in frontline operation. So as you can see, like here examples, right? So the operator can see all the dashboards, all the applications are created by us by using Tulip. So the user can actually do anything, and we can create anything that will satisfy the user or the production environment. So such as the data logging and the work instructions of or the analytics or the all the data. Okay, so this application actually can be shown in as you can see here, we got a big display monitor right here, and then the PC monitor, and we also can display in the tablet, a mini tablet, so the user can log in and use the system. Okay, this is what I actually do, actually custom widget. So this is some of the my custom widget that I do in the internship. So I will use the JavaScript and cascaded style sheet CSS and also the HTML language hypertext markup language. So I will use these three to perform a logical or perform the widget that the user or my supervisor requested from me. Okay, so this is such example that I do, the successfully do the dynamic input widget. So this dynamic input widget actually it will accept maybe tens or 12 input types. This is one of the example input types that have been performed. This is drop down list. So the user will specify the variable and then it can select everything from here. So I create this widget. So actually not only drop down list. The check box, the text box, the number box, and everything, right? So user can input such date picker. The user also can pick the time. The user also can log in and password and everything. Yeah. So the next is data table widget. So my data table widget it actually will this widget is created by JavaScript, so it can use the API connector to fetch any table that you can display. So any table in your website or in your what we call in your database, the online database such as Amazon, such as MongoDB, and every table it can fetch it and display in the table. Actually, it will accepting a JSON format also, so it will display in the widget. And I have equipped it with the data table functions in this, so we can search, we can sort, and also we can see a pagination. So it's specified in the code. So this one is the left join data table. The left join data table I've created by me also. Improving this data table widget so to perform the left join data table. The left join data table. This is it will accept two tables. So the URL of two tables, it will fetch, it will get the table, and then it will left join it to become a one table based on one key. So based on one key. So the key that link between these two tables will display, and the left join if two tables, it will such if we link the ID or we link the employee name, so it will display in only in one table. It will merge two tables. So and the last one is the upload image. So this widget I created for the user can upload image. Maybe it can upload the defect image or something error or the product defect, and then we can upload and directly store in the cloud. Okay, this is some significant achievement. So my dynamic input widget actually is already implemented in the UCT system globally. So my dynamic input widget is approved by Rahul VP, and then will be take on the further use, and it already used in my UCT system. So this is one of my achievement. So and same goes to the data table widget. So data table widget, they use my data table widget to show the table, to show the process with my using the data table widget. So the user can see the table, what is the pending or in the process or and everything. So this is my data table widget also. This is approved also by with my VP, and then we will use in the UCT system. So actually API integration is how I connected this external service. I connected this external service with my Tulip environment. So this is API. Okay, this is some experience and knowledge I get during my 3 months of internships. So my presentation skills, problem solving, and system architecture design, and also performance optimization. Okay, next I will show or simulate you some of my widgets that or some of my works in UCT Malaysia.
Hey, okay, okay. Here is actually for tulips. So this one is actually for a dashboard. So tulip we can create any application for MES application using tulip actually. So used for production view. So here is so as the example application that I've been built before, like okay such an example. So here is the example. So we try to run it actually. So we have need applications like tulips application, so we can run this application in our tab or PC or something like that. So for you the user can see the application, so any application regarding MES or production planning, so we can use tulip. So like this is also like factory overview that apps that I have created. So uh like this okay, the user can view, right, the user can view what station is in progress right now, what station currently on queue, which station is a job, this one is count target. So here the defects, so we can analyze and everything. So actually today, so we can report the defects and everything. So this one is application created by me. So we have a lot more application we can create with the tulips. So I close the applications like apps. So like as an example, if you want to create any apps, you just create any apps right here and give an app name and everything. Test, like test and description any. So we create an apps, okay, with loading. All right, yeah. So we can edit our application actually. Use a no code platform actually, so we can put anything we want, put everything and create the function and everything. We can click buttons and then put icons and everything. So it's basically this is a application editor, the tulip, but use a zero code platform. So okay, what and actually working here, my job scope is actually I'm a designated system engineer here. So I'm getting a task for doing a custom widget actually. So this is the custom widget place. So this custom widget is for the user, for user specifics. They want something like okay, maybe I want something a function like I want a table to display in my application, or something like a button or anything, the widget, anything that will ease the human life, that is not in the tulip itself, so we can customize it. Actually, we can customize it. So uh okay, this is some example I create before. So let's try delve into dynamic input widget. Okay, this one is what we call dynamic input widget here before. So like the widget. So we can create a widget using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Actually, JavaScript code and cascaded style sheet. So we can style our widget lah. So the JavaScript language here. So you need to code here. So what kind of widget that we want. So as an example, this one I create a widget right here. So like I want a drop down list, right? So I want a drop down list. So I will give it a value here, AA, BB, and CC. All right. Now, no, it's not selected value. This widget. Okay. Is a dynamic input v2. All right here. So I will drop down list. Okay, maybe list is AA, BB, CC. So this one is drop down list. So we can select anything. So it will is the user to put our own list. You can key in our own list, and then it will create a widget like this. So we can select anything like this. So this one is drop down list. We also have a what we call checkbox, like clicking like this, yeah, check, uncheck it. And then we also have a date picker, so we can put click our date here, and it will return the value in our selected value, so the engineer can use it for further use. We have an text box also, so we can put anything in here, put anything and click enter, and it will show the value here. Also have a radio button, A, B, B, C, C, the value we can specify it here. And we also have a time picker. We can pick a time, and we also have a multi-select. Multi-select A, B, B, C, C. Okay, this is a one successful widget that I have do and I have implemented in the system. Okay, I implemented in the system. This is one of my achievement. So next we will go to the next widget. So maybe the next widget is uh, data table v2. Okay, this is my next widget. So I've created a table widget. So this one is the properties, and the event. The props is for the user can handle the values by themselves. So doesn't need to hard code it dynamic use. So we can enter our own value and our own everything. So this one the code. So like usual, we use JavaScript to design this widget, to design the behavior of the widget, the logic of the widget, and then we also have a CSL to style the widget style. All right. Okay. So here is we enter the API key, the prop before I created here. So in the code, I will create the API key. API key we can like it actually this table we can fetch any table that have an API, and then it will display in the widget. So I will give you an example here. So API key, Control C. So we will input the API key, and then we will input the secret, and then we put the API URL. Okay, then we show the table here. So I use the data table so we can search for everything. We can search everything. You can also show the entries one and everything. So this one is one of my function of the table. So we can display a table here. Display a table here. So I add a function like display column. So in case we just want to show the ID and employee and UBBR employee. So yeah, we will show only these two columns here right there after we specify a value in this. So and then this one the function I add for idle time, so it will show the idle time between those all data created. And the display name, we can customize the name. Actually customize the name that when we fetch the names, it will retrieve the unique ID field, but we can customize names. I add a function here. Okay, employee like that. Yeah, ID employee. So this one is sorting. This one is sorting like usual, when we also can click it to sorting as ascending or descending. So this is my second widget. Okay, next I what I do is uh, left join data table. Okay, the left join data table is usually is same like data table widget before. Usually it seems like data table widget before, but what is the difference? Wait, I key in first. Okay, okay, but the difference is we need two table, so it will join the previous table widget I showed you is the only one table, right? So this one is for fetching two tables, and then it merge it, you will left join it for became one table like this. It will become one table. It will left join. So we have any data from two tables, the left and right table. So as an example, I will show you right here. I will show you right here. Mm, where is it? Okay, this one is our my first table, right? So table one. We also got table two. Table two. So table one consists of employee, date, join, country, and ID. So table two we have department, phone number, and gender employee. So this custom widget will join both of the tables. So first is display. First what we need to do is the key in the key column. So the key we use to join the table is maybe a ID and employee, right? So we can choose an employee here, and then we put it into here, employee for first table, and then for the second table we can take this. So and then it will successfully joining a two table data. So like we try to display something from table one, so we try to display employee from table one. We try to display employee from table one. Okay, and then next we try to display something from table two also, phone number, and then we try to put here. So data from table one and table two will display here. It will left join everything, so we can join a two table today. So the function is all the same like display name, so we can customize the names that display here, so we can sort and everything. So everything is achieved by a JavaScript code actually. Data is use a API connector, so the API use is in JavaScript, so we can fetch everything using get method and then post method and everything. So it's a basic API usage. So maybe I can show you one more widget that I perform here. Upload image v1. So exactly this is one widget that I used to for uploading something. So I'll try to upload something. Upload something, and firstly it will display here, and then automatically it will save it in our local device. So there is actually a lot of thing I do actually, but this is like my usual things to do lah, to handling. So actually this one is connector, so what API connector we can use it. API connector, I also my job here is for researching the tulip limitation, actually what we can do with tulip, what we cannot do. So I also do an automation. The automation is something like we can use the automation to automatic update and anything. So We will fire an event, and then we will create and update something, or we can alert a user or notify a user. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.